Greetings and salutations to you all. Once again, it is I, the Rabbit Inspector, and today I got a little bit of a rant video that I want to do about Goodwill. Now, from some of the previous videos that you guys have seen me do, I've actually harped on about Goodwill and all the great deals that you can find for games and other whatnots there, like graphic novels and movies and anime and manga and so on and so forth. But I got a little bit of a rant to do because lately I've been seeing some things and a couple of them that I've been going to that makes me think, why are you trying to sell certain items at prices that they would actually be if they were brand new? For example, today when I went to a Goodwill, they had some Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda Christmas ornaments there behind the glass case, the almighty glass case. Ooh. You know, yeah, ooh is right. They had some of them behind there, and they were like $14.95 a piece. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I wouldn't pay any more than maybe $5 or $6 a piece for that. I mean, honestly, when it's coming from Goodwill, it's crazy. $14.95 to me for Christmas ornaments like that tells me that it's like brand new. You know, that kind of seems like a price you would pay if it was brand new. But, I mean, I do go there, and I do find some good things from time to time, as you've seen in some of my videos. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is I'm pretty sure that there's Goodwills that do things differently. Maybe this is just kind of a, you know, a greedy corporate kind of thing. I don't know. But it seems like really lately I've seen that games, graphic novels, and especially like video game guides are at higher prices. Some of them are, which is just crazy to me. I mean, it's like they're selling some of these items at such high prices that it doesn't make any sense given the fact of the Goodwill is a donation area, and you would think that they actually want to sell as much stuff as they can and just go ahead and make money off of it so that they can make way for other stuff that's being donated so that they would have the space for it. I mean, usually from the ones that I've went to, I don't know about you guys if you have different things at your Goodwills, but the games that are on the racks for the Goodwills that I go to are usually like $5, and they're in the same condition as some of them that are being sold behind the glass, the almighty glass case, at a higher price. I mean, I've seen some of them range anywhere between like $7 to $13, and the same goes for graphic novels as well, which is just nutsy to me, especially when they end up going and having these graphic novels being out on the racks themselves where people can easily go and get access to them. I mean, paperbacks and hardback books, they all have their own set price, but last time when me and my girlfriend actually ended up going to a Goodwill, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, as a matter of fact, they had a couple graphic novels there that were like $4.95. I'm like, $4.95? I mean, yeah, probably in the grand scheme of things, you look at it and you're like, well, that's still cheap, you know. Why is it that you would be complaining about that? Because I feel like the fact is some of their items that they have in specific brackets of what they sell them for, that's the prices that they should stick with. They shouldn't go and do this to people because it could really make a difference to somebody in the long run that goes there and try to get one of these things. Because when they go in there and they see these things at set prices, like with the paperbacks and the hardbacks, or say if you were to go down the glass aisle with the different types of glassware that they have there, like the different types of cups and mugs and things like that. Me and my girlfriend have actually found a whole lot of really good nerdy, geeky kind of mugs in there. And usually they've always ranged anywhere between $1 to $3, somewhere around that. But that's been like a constant thing that's always been there. And when I saw those, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are they $5? Because usually, considering the fact that these graphic novels were softback, you know, paperback, they're usually probably, I think, maybe about like $1.50 or something along those lines. I just think that it's bullshit that they go and they try to price this stuff like this. I kind of figure like it's, in a way, it's kind of like greedy. I mean, especially when you have some people that go in there specifically looking for things and they want to be able to get something at decent prices, at cheap prices, you know, that they wouldn't really be able to get elsewhere, or the fact that they don't want to go and get them elsewhere because the price is way too high. And I don't know, it just seems really kind of nutsy and crazy to me. I mean, yeah, it's not that much more when you factor it in a place like Goodwill, like I mentioned it before. But considering they just want to go ahead and get their stuff and just go ahead and get it out of the way. But just raising up those prices like that, this is something that actually recently has been happening. And I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. It was never like this before. Why is this all of a sudden happening now? it seems like there's been some changes that's been going on with the recent Goodwills that I've been going to that's been dealing with this, and I'm just kind of sitting there shaking my head about it, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. If anything, if they start doing that on a regular basis with some of their other items, they could end up having people that just say, screw it, I don't want to go there anymore. I'm going to go and try to find some other mom and pop thrift shops that I could go to, because Goodwill is just like, I guess just trying to rip extra money out of people when they've had specifically set prices for certain items for such the longest period of time, And the thing is, one of the things that also comes to mind as well is you guys have probably seen the video that I've done for the Final Fantasy hardback strategy guides that I've gotten, which you can kind of see right over there in a ways, which I don't know how to point to shit. The white thing that's kind of right there, that's actually the side of the case of the 3 hardback strategy guides from Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, and 12. And they were practically like in new condition. They had everything in them. They had the lithographs in them. They had everything was nice and clean on the books and everything. There was just a couple little dents on the box itself that it was in. Everything on them looked great. Everything on them was great. When I went in there and I saw it behind the almighty glass case, I noticed that it was $10, and I was like, I would be crazy not to jump on this. And I'm actually thinking about selling those, as a matter of fact. But I went ahead and jumped on them, got them, bought them for $10. Was really surprised by it. And the thing that was kind of crazy was when I went back again, probably like a week or so later, I believe, they had some Warhammer strategy game guides that were not strategy. Well, I guess, yeah, it would be strategy. But they had some Warhammer tabletop game guides in there that were like anywhere between $30 to $50. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I was just here a couple weeks ago and ended up going and getting this for like $10, and here it is now. This thing is like 20, like so much more expensive. I'm like, really? When it comes to these books, why don't you just have them out on the paperback and the hardback section over there, where you got all these other massive, seriously, they have like massive, big, like thick hardback books back there and softback books, all ranging from different shapes and sizes and everything. But they have like these game guides that are specifically behind the glass case. It's bullshit. I mean, especially when you end up also having video game strategy guides that are out there in those sections as well. And one of the things that I think is kind of stupid is the fact that I've seen one of them that actually had video game strategy guides in the children's section, which I think is so fucking stereotypical. It's like, oh, video games are just for kids. You're a fucking moron. And they got them all there. In a way, though, it's good because of the fact that you'll get them cheaper getting them in the children's section than you would over in like in just the regular, I guess you could say like adult hardback, paperback section. But I still think that it's just like, it's stupid. Just kind of stupid of me that they would have it over there, But in the long run, when you go and buy it, it's good. But I just kind of stood there shaking my head when I saw that. Another thing was I also ended up seeing the first issue of Battle Chasers, which is the main comic book that I followed, like in the I guess it was like the mid to late 90s. I think it was mainly the late 90s, and I think it only came out with probably about 9 issues. And they had the first issue there, and it was behind the almighty glass case, and it was $10. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's just total bullshit. It was just one single issue for the first one. It was $10. I'm like, no. No. And especially when you could probably go and get those issues a hell of a lot cheaper, even the first one as well, because I've actually seen that before. I've seen where the other issues of Battle Chasers, they had like devalued over time, even the first issue. So I don't know I don't know how in the world they go and try to come up with these different prices for these things. I mean, do they have like specific people that they get in contact with when it comes to stuff like this? Or do they just go and just think of something on a whim to be able to put on there? Or is it that they go on eBay and look up this stuff? I have no clue. And honestly, I swear, like, Goodwill shouldn't even have nothing to do with eBay if they are doing anything with eBay, because eBay can fucking rip you off. They can, because people can go and rip you off on eBay. Why the hell would they try to go and rip you off on Goodwill? It blows my fucking mind. But yeah, Goodwill, still though, Goodwill does sell things cheap sometimes. It really depends on what you're looking for. But it just seems that something like this recently has really started to come up, that I've started to notice at like probably about 3 different Goodwills that I've been to over the past few months or so. And I just wish that they would take those specific items within and keep them within those certain price limits like they do with all their other items. And I just think it's ridiculous. And in a way, it almost seems to me like it's greedy. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But this is something that I've noticed recently. But if you guys happen to notice anything like that at your local Goodwills or anything like that, just leave a comment below. And yeah, maybe we can have a little discussion dealing with that. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and do a little rant about this. Because the fact is I just think it's kind of crazy. It's like, what exactly is happening to Goodwill here lately? Is it like they're going through some type of little change or something? I mean, what's really going on? And just like I mentioned before, it can really, depending on how they're doing with their prices with specific items, it can really make a big difference when somebody is shopping there, how they really feel about it, and if they even choose that they want to shop there later on down the road. So, but anyways, I digress on that. But anyways, I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later, taters.